Hi, my name is Julia Menby, and I will be guiding you through a pranayama or breathing practice. So to begin, I like to just start off by reading a little excerpt to get us in the zone for the class. So this is coming from Marshall Govindan's Kriya Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. This is in chapter 1, and it is verse 9. Shabda Jnanya Anupati Vastu Shunyo Vikapalpa, which means conceptualization is the result of knowledge acquired from verbal communication having no real abiding substance. Conceptualization includes the thoughts and ideas which flow through the mind as in daydreaming or abstract thinking. It does not need any objective external object to stimulate it. It is the incessant commentary of the mind talking to itself, and so is said to flow from what can be put into words. Mentally thinking about our experience, because it never stops, prevents us from experiencing reality as it is. However, it is not entirely useless, as it may lead us to a means of silencing itself, wherein we can experience the transcendental self. Our mind tells us something and we believe it. It has nothing to do with the truth. We get caught up in a thought and it becomes like a monster in our mind. It disturbs our peace. We are unable to experience what is actually happening due to this creation in our mind. One must learn to quiet the mind. And that's what we're going to work on doing today. So pranayama is a practice, it's one of the 8 limbs of yoga, just like asana is a practice. So if this is hard for you in the beginning, that is normal. It will get easier. Once we learn to influence our breath or control our breath, we can really change our world and how we react to things. So to begin, I think we should just stretch out a little bit, just some seated stretches so our backs can be nice and lubricated and so we can sit and really focus on the breath. So to start, let's do some shoulder warm-ups. Let's bring our shoulders up to our ears, really, really, really tight. Bring all that tension into our shoulders and just let your shoulders come down. I bet they're a little bit lower than when you started. So let's do that again. Up, 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 tight, tight, tight. And let's bring them back behind us. Try to touch your elbows together and let them relax down. Again, we're going to bring them up to our ears. Bring the shoulders out front. Feel a little stretch in the upper back. Bring them down and behind us. Elbows back together. Up again. Shoulders together out front. Back behind us, and relax. Now let's do that the other way. So we're going to bring our shoulders up, back behind us, pull the shoulders down, out in front, up, behind, and relax. Now let's warm up the neck. So you want your chin parallel to the ground. I feel us as Americans tend to kind of walk around with our chin up and we can kind of pinch the neck. That can lead to headaches. So really be cognizant. Bring it in just a little bit more than you probably think you need to. Take your chin and bring it directly parallel and just look to the right. As far right as you can, but leave that left shoulder where it is. Don't let it move. And you don't need to make it hurt, just as long as you feel a stretch right along the neck into the shoulder. Chin center, and let's do it to the left. Again, leaving your right shoulder where it was. Chin center. Now, keeping your spine nice and long, you're just going to bring your chin to your chest. Just let your chin drop. Feel that nice stretch in the upper back. And just breathe into it. Chin's parallel, and now we're going to bring our chin up. I don't want you to collapse in the back of the neck. You're just simply bringing your chin up. Feel that stretch along the front of the throat, maybe even a little bit into the front of the chest. Letting go of any tension you feel in your back or your shoulders. And bring it center. Now we're going to bring our chin down again. And we're going to bring our chin to the right. So our chin is no longer parallel. It's kind of at an angle towards our right shoulder. And you feel that stretch in a different area on the left side. Bring it center and off to the left side, leaving that right shoulder where it is. Chin is at an angle to the left, feeling it in the right neck, breathing into that stretch. Now we're going to bring our chin back to our chest, and we're just going to go back and forth in a slow motion. So chin to the right and down and to the left and down. Feel that nice stretch. Chin to your chest, and now let's bring it center. Now we're going to do just some seated twists. So I want you to bring your arms above your head. Don't let your shoulders come up here. Let them be down. You're reaching with the fingertips. Feel the energy coming out of the earth, up through your pelvis, up your torso, up your arms. Nice, nice, strong. Inhaling. Keeping your chin parallel. We're going to take our left hand and bring it to our right knee, and our right hand is going to come behind us. So it might feel awkward, but you want the hands, the fingers of this hand behind you to be towards your pelvis, coming towards you, pressing into that hand. It's going to save your shoulder joint. So I want you to inhale and lengthen your spine, and exhale, twist a little bit more. Now we are not warmed up, so do not feel you need some big stretch here. It's just to warm up. Hands come up above your head. Reach, 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 shoulders down. And opposite side, right hand to left knee. Left hand is facing you. Pressing into that hand, just like this. Inhale and exhale, twist a little bit more. Hands come up above the head. Reach and bring them down to your knees. So now we'll just do some seated cat-cows. So hands are on the front of your knees. You're going to just arch your back like an angry cat. Chin comes to your chest. You're exhaling here. And inhale, bring it forward. Chest is coming forward, heart forward, arching the back. You can bring your chin up to the ceiling. And exhale. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, come center. So we'll be doing that same kind of motion, but we're going to be circling around. Let your body do its natural motion. So let's start by inhaling forward, And then we're going to lead with the right ribs to the right. Now make your body concave. And then you're going to lead with the left rib, pushing out. And then leading with the right, concave. Inhale forward. Exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale. Now we're going to go the other way. So we're inhaling here. Concave the other way. Leading with the right ribs. Left. Concave. Now come center. So now that we're all lubricated, I think we can get in place for our breathing. So, just so we have nice proper alignment, you want your pelvis rooted into the floor. Imagine a string is pulling the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Chin is parallel like we talked about. Let your hips relax into the floor. Shoulders relax. We can bring those shoulders up to our ears and behind us and let them melt down. Feel the space between each vertebrae as the crown of your head is just lifting like you could float off the ground. So let's start with our first breath, ujjayi breath. You might have been hearing me with that loud breath. That's ujjayi breath. It's also known as victorious breath, and it has an oceanic sound. So I like to think of it like you're trying to fog up a mirror. So let's do that same thing, but with our mouth closed. So that's our exhale. So we're going to make that same sound on our inhale. This might be hard in the beginning, but with some practice, you'll get it. So same thing. There's a slight constriction in the back of the throat, so it makes that oceanic sound. So now that we have that, let's talk about where we displace our breath as we breathe. I think as a culture, we tend to breathe in our chest a lot. We may have been taught to kind of suck it in, which when I suck it in, I immediately feel tension in my back. So let's let our bellies be soft here. That might feel weird, but it just feels delicious once you get used to it. Let your belly be soft. And when we inhale, we're going to be focusing on filling our belly more. When we breathe, we have our lungs, they're large. We have a big area we can use to really expand. And when we only use it in our chest, it can lead to anxiety. So sometimes if I'm feeling anxious, I might stop and start just focusing on my breath, making sure I'm filling my belly and I'm really expelling that air. From a more scientific term, hyperventilating, you're taking these short, inhales and exhales, you're blowing off. And you're really only breathing up here when you take those breaths. You're not taking it from down here. So a lot of carbon dioxide builds up in us, which physiologically makes us stressed. So let's focus on nice deep inhales so oxygen instead of carbon dioxide can fill our bodies and naturally make us more at ease. So we're going to focus on inhaling with that ujjayi breath with our belly, okay? So let's inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Now let's place our hands on our belly, fingers to touch at the belly button. Feel your fingers separate slightly as you inhale. Let's begin. Good. Now we're going to focus on, we'll do a 2-part breath for this. So we can fill our belly, but sometimes if we're just filling our belly, it doesn't feel complete unless we're bringing it into our chest. So let's fill the belly. Inhale. Hold it. Sip in a little bit more air behind the heart. And exhale. Inhale the belly. Hold it. Sip in more air behind the heart. And exhale. Beautiful. So now that we kind of have that motion down, let's do some counting with that. So naturally, our exhales are longer than our inhales. Our inhales are short, and our exhales just last longer. That's just naturally what our body does. Let's try and control it so that our inhales match our exhales. And we're going to hold at the top for some time and hold at the bottom for some time. So let's begin. Inhale. Hold it at the top. Sip in a little bit more air. And exhale. Hold it at the bottom. Inhale. Hold it at the top. Sip in some more air. Exhale. So for counting, let's do 6 counts in and 6 counts out. If this is difficult for you or you're feeling anxious, just return to a natural breath. So let's inhale for 6. Hold it, sip in a little bit more air. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm just going to count for you guys. So let's inhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Sip in a little bit more air. And exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Inhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Exhale. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And now return to a normal breath. You might have noticed it might have been hard to make your inhale last that long, or maybe even make your exhales last a little bit longer. It's just bringing awareness, and with practice, it will become easier. So let's do Kapalabhati breath. So Kapalabhati means shining skull. It's supposed to make you feel, it does make you feel, like your skull is shining when you're done. This is also good for times of allergies, fall, spring. It gets the stale air out of the bottom of your lungs. Also during times of heat, so at a festival, if you're feeling really hot, you can stop and do this breath. It does just make you feel a little bit more at ease during the heat. So this breath, we start off by taking a deep inhale, and you do forceful exhales, which are more controlled by your abdomen. You're pushing it out when you exhale. And you're really not taking a voluntary inhale. When your abs soften, you're taking an inhale. So let me just show you what I'm talking about here. And that's just sort of what it looks like. So it's just a forceful exhale. If you're kind of sick or maybe you have allergies now, you might want to have some tissues nearby. That's okay. So we'll start off by filling our lungs, I would say 3/4 of the way full. We'll do about 20 of those exhales, and then we will inhale and do our ujjayi breath, the 2-part breath that we've been doing. The inhale with the belly, sipping in a little bit more air, and exhaling. Sipping in with the belly, sipping in a little bit more air, and exhaling. We'll do that 3 times at the end. So let's begin. We'll start with a cleansing breath like I just did. Inhale. So inhale 3/4 of the way full, and begin. Inhale ujjayi, sip in. 2 more times. One more. Now just close your eyes and think about how you feel. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale and begin. Ujjayi. And once more. Inhale. Begin. Ujjayi. I don't know about you, but I definitely feel lightheaded after that exercise. My body feels cooler. It's amazing what our breath can do for our body. Now I think we'll do one more for this video. So we're going to make a mudra with our hands. So we're going to take our index and our middle finger, bring it to our palm so it's at the base of our thumb. You're going to bring your ring and your pinky finger together and your thumb out. This is your right hand. So we're going to take an inhale to begin. Cover our right nostril with our thumb and exhale in our left nostril. Leave it this way. We're going to inhale a full breath just through that left nostril. Feel it, the energy coming up through your pelvis, through your kidney, through your liver, through your lungs, up your throat, into your crown. Holding it, covering your left nostril with your pinky, and exhaling slowly through that right nostril, feeling it come down through the crown, through the throat, through your lungs, through your liver, through your kidney, into your reproductive organs. Keeping your fingers in the same motion. Feel the energy come up your right side, through your reproductive organs, through your kidney, liver, lungs, throat, into your crown, holding it there. Covering it with your thumb and exhaling on the left side, letting it just melt down. Now that is one cycle. Let's do a few more. Keeping this motion. Inhale through the left nostril. Holding it. Covering the left nostril with your pinky. Exhale. Hold it. Inhale through that right nostril. Hold it. Covering the right nostril. Exhale. Keeping that same visualization. Inhaling through the left nostril. Hold it. Exhale through the right. Try keeping the same amount of time inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling. Hold it. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Now let go of your nose. Just place your hands in your lap or your knees. You can have your palms up to receive energy or down to ground. Just think about how you feel. That breath was called Nadi Shodhana. It's awesome to make yourself feel centered if you're feeling off balance. So let's end with a little bit of meditation. You can stay seated, or if you have room, you can lie down. Let your back Melt into the floor. Have your hands up again to receive energy or down to ground energy. Feel your head just melting into the ground. All that nice breath work you just did just has you on cloud 9. Feel your eye sockets just melting into your head. Let your mouth just relax. No tension in the jaw. Let your eyebrows relax. Head just melting into the ground. Let your shoulders just go into a deep, deep relaxation into the ground. Going down your arms, feel your elbows melt, your forearms, your wrists, all the way through each finger, the knuckles, all the way down to your fingernails, melting into the ground. Your chest is just melting. Your abdomen down to your hips. Let your hips relax. Your reproductive organs just melting into the ground. Your thighs just becoming so heavy, just becoming one with the earth. Your knees relax, your calves, your shins, your ankles, your heels, the tops of your feet, the arch of your foot, the balls of your feet into each toe, just melting into the ground. And now as you meditate, thoughts may arise. Don't judge them. Don't judge yourself. Just imagine the brightest blue sky you've ever seen. And those thoughts are just a little cloud that popped in. And just let them drift away. If it helps, you can focus on the natural inhale and exhale of your breath.